Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be setting up my Aerogarden. So over the President's Day sales, a lot of places that carry Aerogardens, including the Aerogarden website themselves, had sales on most of the different Aerogarden types that they offer. But I was on Best Buy and I decided to start small with the Harvest Elite Slim. So it is I guess you could say, like the upgraded part. So that's what makes it elite. It does have the digital screen and all of that on there, and I'll get into more details about it in just a second. But this one came from Best Buy. It is originally, I want to say, like $179.99, but I got it on sale for $119.99. It came pretty quick, and I am excited to start my Aerogarden journey. If you have been on my channel before, you've seen other videos. I do have tons of houseplants, and I also do regular gardening on my balcony outside. I do live in an apartment, so I have some videos and photos about that on my blog, as well as more videos on my channel, which I will link some of them, my houseplants and any gardening ones, to the end of this video. But right now, since it is wintertime, I want to try out the Aerogarden, and also because I will probably be moving late spring, early summer, I figured it would be easier for me to do some Aerogardening this time around instead of doing a lot of things outside on the balcony, because then there'll be more things I have to transplant. And since I'm not quite sure where I'll be moving to, or what type of apartment, or if I buy a house or whatever, so I don't know what the conditions will be like for growing things. So I don't want to start too much stuff that I have to have outside. And that's one of the convenient things about an Aerogarden, is that you can do it in your house, and it doesn't really matter where you live. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and you can grow pretty much anything. You can grow regular flowers in here. So if you just want to use it as like a decorative thing, just to have like some pretty flowers, you can do that. Petunias are a really good flower that grows in the Aerogarden. You can also use it for, of course, your veggies and herbs. So this particular thing comes with a starter set. So as you can see, I'll show on the top of the box there. That's everything that's included. So I get the actual Aerogarden system, and then I also get some basil, or different types of basil, which is nice. Curly parsley, dill, mint, and thyme, along with the other things that I need, such as the pods, the instructions, of course, and the Miracle-Gro solution plant food that I need to put in there to help it grow. So these are non-GMO herbs and veggies. And that is the another thing about Aerogarden. It makes it easy for you to grow your own your own veggies and your own herbs. And essentially, you know that they are, natural, you know where they come from, and all of that. So that is the beauty of an Aerogarden. So it makes it easy no matter where you live, whether you live in an apartment, in a house, just somewhere with not a lot of outdoor space where you could have a garden. And you don't have to deal with soil and any fussing with that. You don't really have to know too much about gardening in terms of paying attention to when should you plant something or not. You can transplant things from here to the outside, or to bigger containers for them to continue growing, because as you can see, the Harvest Elite Slim, and I'm going to take it out and unpack it and all of that, is not that tall. So if you were growing something like tomatoes in it, clearly you would eventually have to transplant it to a bigger pot so that it could reach its full height, because tomato plants grow pretty tall. They do have other Aerogarden systems that are taller, such as the Farm, but the Farm is also the biggest and priciest Aerogarden that they have right now. Depending on which one you get and where you get it and when you get it, it can be as much as I think $899. However, they do have a lot of sales on them. I've seen them as low as a little over $300. So, which puts it in about the same range as most of the other Aerogardens. So, just keep an eye out for the sales if you're wanting to get the Farm. But it's, like I said, I'm just starting out. I started with the Harvest Elite Slim. I do plan on getting the Bounty if things go well with this So, or the Bounty Elite is what I really want, but the Bounty Basic will also be okay. The Bounty Basic pretty much still has the digital screen, but it does not have the Wi-Fi, and the Bounty Elite has like Wi-Fi and it connects to an app and all that wonderful stuff. But other than that, the Elite has a screen, which I like, and the screen tells you information. So as the, I guess you could say, non-elite model, it does not have the digital screen, so it does still have like indicators for like water levels and that type of thing, but there's no digital screen to show you like days and all of that stuff. So it's a little bit more information on that screen, so that's why I want the Elite. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this out the box, and then I'll show you the setup process as I work on getting it, because this is the first for me. Let's see what else is any more info on the box. Here's the back. If you're not familiar with the Aerogarden, the water does go down in the bottom in a reservoir. This particular system holds 6 pods. You can put up to 6 pods in at one time. Some of the other models, like the Bounty, will hold 9 pods, and the Elites, I think, can hold 12 and 24, depending on which size you get. So, you know, they do vary. And there's also a Harvest Elite that is kind of in a circle, or it's like, instead of being a long kind of rectangle, it's a circular. So that one I saw as well, but I prefer this shape or body style instead of the kind of circular body style. But I think they're pretty much the same, other than just the shape. They still hold 6 pods, so that's just a preference, really. And they do come in other colors. Like this one is just kind of silver, but they did have black, but black was like $10 more. Don't know why they did that, but so again, I just went with this one. So it gives you more info. You don't have to worry about anything other than water. No soil, no mess. It's energy efficient. They do have the grow lights. That's what's at the very top here, and that's what provides the light for growth. Like, as I guess you would say, it's a substitute for the sun. Soil-free, non-GMO, seeded pods, so you don't have to worry about that. They automatically turn the lights on and off, so you can set a timer. You don't have to worry about that, and it reminds you when to add water and also when it needs plant food. So that's why I was saying about the information that comes across on the digital screen, is it gives you that. And then you also have the indicators here to let you know when you need something. So it's a very, it kind of takes care of itself, and it just kind of gives you an example of progression there, where you have the sprouts and then harvest, and then as it continues to grow. So I'm gonna start off with getting this set up, and I'll show that process in just a moment. As you can see, I just opened it. It opens from the side. So if you're looking at the box earlier, it opens from the side here. The first 2 things that popped out was the instruction manual, quick start guide, and then it had a couple of recipes that I could use for pesto, how to make pesto, and then a tomato cucumber salad with mint. So that's 2 of the herbs that are in the basil is in the Aerogarden starter kit, and also mint. So it gives me some recipes I can use the things I'm going to be growing. I've always wanted to try out pesto sauce, so I'm kind of glad they gave me that recipe. So that'll be something to try. This white box here is my seed or pod pack here. And this is my actual machine that's coming out. All right, I think we got a better angle. My camera was starting to fall. My iPad starting to fall a little bit. I usually don't film like this. I usually film either sitting directly in front or holding it. So that's why I really don't think about the need for a new stand until I'm actually trying to do something. But this is the unboxing of my actual Aerogarden system. Let's see what this was. This is the power plug, so it does plug in. And I have this, you can't tell, but it's sitting on my kitchen counter. I'll show a full view of it once I get everything set up. But it's sitting, I have a huge island in my kitchen. One of the things I love about my apartment is that I have a large kitchen, and I do like to cook, so I need counter space. So I have a huge island in the center of my kitchen, and that is what the Aerogarden will be sitting on. And the island actually has the plugs on the cabinet side, so it's really convenient for that. So it's actually a perfect spot for my Aerogarden. All right, So here is the unveiled Aerogarden Harvest Elite. You got your buttons on the bottom, your digital screen. This the reservoir will be at the bottom there. The pod slots, so they just go straight across in this particular model. And again, this holds 6 pods, up to 6 pods at a time. You have your light features up here. They are adjustable, or somewhat, I think, but I'm gonna read the manual before I tear up this very nice thing. I know with some of them you can make it taller. So as your plants grow, and you can kind of see the dots for the lights up under there. As your plants grow, of course, in height, you can adjust this to adjust for the spacing. So that this little thing here will lock it in place. So if you do have to raise it up, and once you put it at your desired height, you can lock it in place there. But of course, when you first plant them, it can be at the low level because the seeds will have to germinate and everything. So again, with the Aerogarden, you are starting from seed. So that is one thing. So just know that it will take some time because again, you're starting from seed and it takes time for seeds to grow. Some things grow quicker than others. You have where your power cord will go down there. I'm going to take a look at the quick start guide just to see. I want to show here on the picture. So what I have is the Harvest Elite Slim here, but the other models in this category are the Harvest Elite 360. That's the one I was talking about, that's like in the circular shape. It still holds 6 pods, but as you can see, the way that they go in, they are they're more in a circle, and they have the top up here is round. And then there's the Harvest Elite. So it's pretty much the same thing, it's just not slim. So I think this one is longer than the original Harvest Elite here. If you can look at the pictures, this one seems a little shorter and compact, whereas this seems to have more space in length. All right, so this quick start guide will be for any of those models. So these are all all of those were Harvest Elites. And it's a very easy, just want to show the inside, simple setup steps here. It explains at the bottom what everything is. So if you have no clue like what an Aerogarden is and you buy it to try it out, it has everything down there so that you know, and it tells you what you need. Just add water, that's the only thing you need. So just want to show you when you first plug it in, it says welcome. You can see the lights are on there. It says welcome, press the plant button to start. So the green button that you saw, it tells me to press that to start. So we'll go ahead and press the green button. And it says start a garden in 2 easy steps. All right. And that's the screen prompts that it's telling me across there. The first step is to set the clock, so that's even better. It has a clock on it. So my clock is set. It says to press the plant button. It's kind of like your enter key, so you hit that to get everything. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is select my plant type. So that is step 2. And I'm doing all of this just using the buttons on the front. So you can see here where it's telling me select plant type. Try and put it on a box or something just so you guys can see what I'm doing. That's a little better. Sorry that the angles are not the best. But so I'm selecting my plant type. I don't have flowers because like I said, you can grow regular flowers in here. I have veggies. It's telling me that veggies need 16 hours of light. All right, so I have set it to Veggie Garden because that's what I'm going to be growing. Just to show you, to add water, you lift this little thing here and you just add the water in that slot. So a very simple slot. That is also where you would add the plant food as well. So your water and plant food both go in this slot here on this particular model. So I will fold that down a little so you can see. So right in here is where your water goes. And there's a nice little cover that will go in there once you finish doing what you need to do. All right, so I'm gonna go put some water in this and I will be right back to continue the set process. All right guys, I know this is a kind of odd angle. I just finished adding the water. I ended up using, I keep just purified water. I usually just get the store brand. As you can see, this is just the gallon jug from Harris Teeter. And then I didn't have much in there. And then I had the gallon from Food Lion. So I usually keep those around just for watering all my house plants, because some of the plants are sensitive to the elements that are found in regular tap water. Not all of the house plants, but some of them. So because of that, I have just buy or use bottled water for all of them. So like I said, it's just the cheap purified drinking water. It's not name brand or anything. It's usually just store brand. Usually costs less than $1 per gallon. So I just buy that and use that to water my plants. And that's what I put in the Aerogarden as well. I want to come back to show you what the actual kit looked like. So in the box with the seeds, these are pre-potted seeds. As you continue to advance with your Aerogarden usage, you will get something that looks like this. With the little inserts and all, and you have to pop the seed down in there. But this is the starter kit that comes with the Aerogarden system. So everything's already done for me. All I have to do is pop these in the holes. So again, it comes with 6 different starter kits. So they're all here. They all look the same. So I'm gonna pop them in. I'm gonna decide what I want next to what. I think I may put it in order of the time frame. It does tell you on here like how long it takes for it to sprout. You know what? I'm reading these, and guys, I really think, unless these are mislabeled, I think that they put the wrong pod kit in my box. When you order these, you are supposed to get, you can choose between the flowers, or you can get the starter kit with flowers, or you can get the starter kit with herbs and veggies. According to this, I was supposed to have like all of these things like dill and parsley and all that, but looking at the names of these and looking on the side of the box, these are all lettuce, which I'm not mad at because I do like lettuce. But I was supposed to have like a herb and veggie mix, as you saw me read off the top of the box. But what is in here is just lettuce. So I guess I have the lettuce starter kit. Most of these things say that they will germinate or sprout within 4 to 8 days. So I will be coming back with updates just to kind of show you how it's growing. Just trying to, I don't know if it really matters, but I just want it to be at least aligned with the whole. There we go. Now the next thing that I'm going to do, and this is an optional step, but it's kind of like, you know, for best results, do this. And of course I want best results. And they come with these little clear tops that you put on. These can help the germinating, because it's kind of like a little additional heat source, because you know when light comes in, it's kind of like its own little greenhouse. You just place these on top of the pods. Like that. Okay, so now follow the instructions on the plant food bottle. So here's the plant food bottle. Here is liquid plant food. It also goes in the same hole where the water is. I just want to note, when I was pouring the water in, I could hear the pump, I guess you could say activated, or you know, doing whatever it was supposed to do. So that's working. So I am doing a 6. This tells you based on what type of model you have. So I have the 6 to 7. I would be in the 6 to 7 pod model, because this is the 6 pod model here. So it says 2 capfuls at startup, and then every 2 weeks. All right, I just want to show you guys the plant food, what it looks like. I've already poured 1 capful in there. You just pour it in, same spot there, but I just want you to see, you can see the remnants there. It looks kind of like Coca-Cola. It doesn't smell like much of anything, but just so you can see. So 2 capfuls for my 6 potter, and then I won't have to fill it again until 2 weeks. However, the reminder on the digital screen will tell me how many days I have left of the plant food and when it's time for me to do it again. So that's another thing. That's why I got the digital screen, so it can remind me. So now that I have put in my plant food and water, we'll replace the top. As you can see, this is the complete setup. Aerogarden here. I'm going to lower the lights again. I just had them up so I could plop in everything and see exactly what I was doing because it was so low. Now, of course, it's a little bit heavier because it has water in the bottom. But, alright guys, so I am back. As you can see, I have my Aerogarden set up. Don't mind that's the box down there. But I have the Aerogarden set up where it will be, which is on my kitchen counter. My junky island, which I am gonna clean off in just a moment, but that is where its home will be. Again, this is the Aerogarden Slim Elite. But as you can see, it says it's still continuing to say add water and the red light is blinking, which normally that would be the case when your water level is actually low. Remember I said that it does provide reminders when you need to add more plant food or water. Unfortunately, it seems like my Aerogarden has a malfunction, so I will be contacting customer service tomorrow to see if they can solve this problem. I did do a Google search, and a lot of people have had this problem with several versions of the Aerogarden, and sometimes it's easily resolved. There is a sensor. And sorry about the glare that's coming from the actual lights. As you can see, everything else is working fine. It's plugged in, the water's in there. There is water in there, so it does not need water. This is where the water in the food would normally go. And as you can see, there's a little thing in there that says fill to here, and that's where you're supposed to fill the water up to that point, which I did originally, and it kept flashing add water. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to add some more. So I continue to add some water. This is also the same spot you would put your food, the liquid food, and so it's in there. It's plenty of water. You can also do what's called a pump test. There is like a little pump in there that you can use, but as you can see, it's full of water. It should not be telling me to add water right now, but it is. And so that is a issue that tends to have happened with a few people, because when I Googled it, it did come up. One suggestion was to take that little piece that you saw in there that says fill to here. You can actually pop that out. There's a magnetic sensor in there that is supposed to, I guess, know when, measure the water levels or whatnot, and that's how it's able to tell you that you need more water or whatnot. But it's there, and I took it out because it's literally just a little plastic tube, and took it out, played with it. They even suggested taking a magnet, moving around because it is metal, which I did. This is my magnet here. I used that. It moved around, responded to the magnet, and I put it back. I tried jiggling it around. I even unplugged and reset my Aerogarden a few times just to see if maybe it was just being finicky, but it still is giving me the error. I did run a pump test, which is another option for the water pump. That worked fine. So clearly, like, the pump can't shoot water out if there's no water in it. So it really seems to be a technical glitch that is happening with the Aerogarden. So I am going to try and reach out to them. But everything else works. As you can see, it was a very easy, simple setup. So I did see that some people did have to get replacements, meaning that the company replaced it. They didn't have to pay for a replacement. So that brings me to the next thing, is the warranty. So as you can see, the Aerogarden comes with a limited warranty, and it tells you what is covered. And one of the things covered is defects in material or workmanship, with the exception stated below. So it lasts for 1 year on the Aerogarden LED grow lights from the date of original purchase, and for the original purchaser and user. So like, it would be for me, and I have a 1 year limited warranty. So for example, if this is a technical issue where, maybe it's just a glitch, a bad sensor or whatever, then this should be covered because it would be a defect in the material. So I will contact Aerogarden support tomorrow and see if if one, maybe they can walk me through some more steps to troubleshoot or try. I mean, I'm fine with, as long as it gets fixed, I don't really care. And then if not, hopefully they will replace it if that is what needs to happen. But I'm hoping that maybe it will just need to be, just something that they can walk me through and that I can get working, because I am excited to start my Aerogarden. I'm also going to let them know that I received the incorrect seedlings. Again, thanks for watching. Late nights, early mornings, and it actually is in the wee hours of the morning at this point. Shouldn't have taken that long, but because I've been trying to troubleshoot, it has taken me a lot longer than I intended to spend on the setup. But again, thanks for watching. Make sure that you like, subscribe, follow, and also follow me on my social media, other social media outlets, Instagram and Pinterest, and also check out my blog. Everything is linked down below. See you later with with my next update, hopefully very soon.